Hi everyone, so in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet these really pretty shell stitch hats. So these hats can be made in a number of different sizes, and for all of the information on how to make the different sizes, please see the description box below. So thank you very much for watching, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos. So to begin your hat, you want to start off by making a magic circle. So to do a magic circle, take your yarn and take your finger and wrap the yarn around your finger once. And you then want to wrap the yarn back over your finger to create a cross, like that. You then want to take your crochet hook. So take your crochet hook and go underneath the first loop of the cross, and you may need to pull this up a little bit, but go underneath the first loop, and then using your crochet hook, pick up the second loop of the cross and pull it through. And you can then take your finger out, and there you have a magic circle, and we are ready to begin round one. So we are now on to round one of our hat, and to begin this round you want to chain one, and this chain one does not count as a stitch. This just locks our magic circle into place. So now in round one we are going to work double crochets into our magic circle. And the number of double crochets that you need to work depends on what size hat you are doing. So if you look in the description box below this video, I will write down the number of double crochets that you need to do for each size. So click on the description box below and you will see what number of double crochets you need to work into your magic circle. So for size 0 to 6 months, you need to work 8 double crochets. Then for size 6 to 12 months, you need to work 9. So 9 double crochets into the magic circle. Then for a younger child, so say 1 to 3 years, you need to work 10. So 10 double crochets for round one. Then for an older child, you need to work 11. And then for an adult, you need to work 12 double crochets into the magic circle. And I will have all the information written in the description box below. And that is the only difference between all of the sizes. So the only difference between all of the sizes, so baby to adult, is the different number of double crochets in round one. The rest of the hat is exactly the same for each size. So for these three hats here, the only difference between them is the number of double crochets worked in round one. So for this one, this is size 0 to 6 months. For this one, I just did 8 double crochets in round one. For this one, which is the younger child, I did 10 double crochets, and this one, the adult, I did 12 double crochets in round one. So depending on what size you are doing, you will need to work a different number of double crochets in round one. So for this hat that I am doing here, I am just going to do a baby size, so size 0 to 6 months. So I am going to do 8 double crochets. So to do a double crochet, yarn over and go into the magic circle, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the final 2 loops on your hook. So there we have 1 double crochet. So now I am going to work a second one into the magic circle in the exact same way, and then a third, and keep doing this until you have the right number for the size that you are doing. I have just finished working my double crochets for round one. So I have done 8, but you may have done 9, 10, 11 or 12. And now to finish this round, we are going to close up our magic circle and join. So So to close up the magic circle, you want to take your tail or your end here and simply pull this nice and tight. So pull this as tight as you can. And then we are going to go into the very first double crochet that we worked, so here, and we are going to work a slip stitch. So insert your hook into the stitch and yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. So there we have round 1 finished, and we are ready to move on to round 2. So we are now on to round 2, and to begin this round you want to chain 1, and this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So now in round 2 we are just going to do 2 double crochets into each stitch around. So into each and every stitch around you want to do 2 double crochets. So start off by yarning over and going down into this very first stitch here and working 1 double crochet, and then yarn over, go back down into the same stitch again and work a second one. So there we have 2 double crochets both into that first stitch, and now yarn over and go into the next one and do 1 double crochet and then a second one into the same stitch again, and keep repeating this all the way around, 2 double crochets into each stitch. So I have just finished working that all the way around for round 2, and at the end of this round I have 8 sets of 2 double crochets, as I did 8 double crochets in round 1, but if you did 10 double crochets in round 1 you should have 10 sets of 2 double crochets, and so on. And now we are going to finish off by working a slip stitch into the first double crochet of the round. Do not go into the chain 1, go into the first double crochet. And now we are ready to move on to round 3. So we are now on to round 3 of our hat. And to begin this round you want to chain 1, and this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So now in round 3 we're going to do 1 double crochet into 1 stitch, and then 2 double crochets both into the next one, then 1 double crochet into the next stitch and 2 into the next one, all the way around. So start off by yarning over and going down into this very first stitch here. So go down into this first one and work 1 double crochet, and you then want to yarn over, go down into the next stitch and do 2 double crochets both into this one. Then do 1 into the next, but 2 both into the next. And repeat this all the way around, 1 2 1 2 1 2. So I have finished working that all the way around, and now we're going to finish off by working a slip stitch into the very first double crochet that we worked. So you should finish off by doing 2 double crochets into the last stitch and then do a slip stitch into the first double crochet of the round. And now we are ready to move on to round 4. So we are now on to round 4 of our hat, and to begin this round you want to chain 1, and this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So now this round is very similar to last round, but instead of doing 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets all the way around, in this round we're going to do 1 double crochet, 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 3 double crochets all the way around. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by yarning over and going down into this very first stitch here. So this is the first double crochet from last round. So go into this stitch and work 1 double crochet into this one, and then you want to move on to this next V here. So this is where we worked 2 double crochets both into the same stitch last round, and it kind of forms a V. And what we're going to do is we are going to go in between this V, so into the space in between it, and we are going to work 3 double crochets. So yarn over and go into the V, so in between the 2 double crochets from last round, and do 1 double crochet. Then go back into the same space and do a second one, and then go into the same space again and do a third one. So there we have done 1 double crochet, 3 double crochets. So now you want to move on to this next double crochet here. So this is the next individual double crochet from last round. So where we worked just 1 double crochet into 1 stitch. So yarn over and go into this one. So go into the stitch and do 1 double crochet. And then you want to move on to the next V, or the next set of 2, and go in between them, so in between this space between the V, and do 3 double crochets all into the space. So like that, so there we have done 1, 3, 1, 3, and we're going to repeat this all the way around. So we're working our 1 double crochets into the 1 double crochets from last round. So you're working each individual double crochet into the individual double crochet from last round. So here and here and here. And then you're working your sets of 3 double crochets in between the sets of 2 from last round, so in the middle of the V's. And this is what forms our shell stitch. So we're starting to form the shells. So continue this all the way around for round 4. So I'm just coming to the end of round 4, and I'm going to go into this last V here and do my last set of 3 double crochets. So like this. And then to finish off, you want to go into the top of the first double crochet that you worked and work a slip stitch. And there we have that round completed, and we're ready to move on to the next one. So we are now on to round 5, and to start this round, chain 1, and this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So this round is pretty similar to the last 2 rounds, but instead of doing 1 2 1 2 or 1 3 1 3 all the way around, in this round we're going to do 1 double crochet, 4 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 4 double crochets all the way around. So we're going to start off by going down into this first double crochet here. So go down into this very first double crochet and work 1 double crochet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move on to our next set of 3 double crochets here. And we're going to go into the middle of these 3, so into the second one, and into this stitch we are going to do 4 double crochets. So yarn over, go straight to the next set of 3 into the middle, so the second one, and do your 4 double crochets all into this stitch. And there we have 4, like that. And we're going to repeat this all the way around. So you want to skip on to your next individual double crochet here. So skip the last part of this shell here and go to the next individual double crochet, and into this stitch do 1 double crochet. So just like last round, wherever we have one double crochet, we're going to do one double crochet into that stitch, and then move on to your next set of 3 from last round. Go to the middle of this set and work 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, and continue to repeat this all the way along. So go 1 double crochet, so do 1 into the next individual double crochet here, and then do 4 double crochets into the middle of the next set of 3, and continue to repeat this all the way around for round 5. So I have finished working that all the way around, and I have worked my last set of 4 double crochets. So now you want to go into the first double crochet that you worked and work a slip stitch. So there we have round 5 completed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're ready to move on to round 6. So we are now on to round 6, and to begin this round, chain 1, and this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So now this round is very similar to the last few rounds, but in this round we're going to do 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, all the way around. So you want to start off by yarning over and going down into this very first stitch here. So this first double crochet. So go down into this first one and do 1 double crochet into this stitch. And then we are going to move on to the next set of 4 double crochets here. And we're going to go in the middle of these 4, so in between the second and third double crochet. So here is the first one, here's the second, the third and the fourth, and we're going to go in between the second and third double crochet in the space between them, and into this space we're going to do 5 double crochets. So yarn over and go into this space right in the middle and do 1 double crochet. Then go back down into the same space and do a second one. Then do a third, a fourth, and finally a fifth. So 5 double crochets. And now you want to move on to the next individual double crochet here. So skip the last part of this set of 4, go to the next individual one and go into this stitch and do 1 double crochet. So just as we did for the last few rounds. And then move on to the next set of 4 and go into the middle in between the second and third double crochet and do 5 double crochets all into this space. So just as we just did. So like that. So there we have 1, 5, 1, 5, and you want to continue to repeat this all the way around. So into every individual double crochet, do 1 double crochet, and then go into the middle of the sets of 4 in between the second and third one and do 5 double crochets. So repeat 1, 5, 1, 5 all the way around. So I have finished working that all the way around. So I have done my last set of 5 double crochets. And now you want to go into the very first double crochet that you worked here and work a slip stitch. So there we have finished that round and we are ready to move on to the next one. So we are now on to round 7 of our hat, and to begin this round you want to chain 1. So now round 7 is the exact same thing as round 6. We're going to do 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 5 double crochets all the way around. It's just the positioning of this round is a little bit different to last round, so that is the only difference. So we have chained 1, and this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. So now, just like last round, yarn over and go down into the first double crochet here and do 1 double crochet. And now we are moving on to our first set of 5, and we're going to go to the middle of this set of 5, so into the third double crochet. So here we have 1, 2, 3. So go into this third double crochet and work 5 double crochets. So here is the third one. Go into this stitch and do your set of 5 all into this one. And this is the only difference, as we are working our set of 5 in this round into a set of 5 rather than into a set of 4. That is the only difference between this round and the last one. So there I have 5 double crochets all into that third stitch, and we're just going to repeat this all the way along. Go to the next individual double crochet here, so skip along to this double crochet and do 1 double crochet into this stitch. Then move on to the next set of 5 and go to the middle, so 1, 2, 3, and go into this stitch and do 5 double crochets. So like that, and then move on to the next double crochet here and do 1 double crochet, and then go to the next set of 5, go to the middle and do 5 double crochets. And continue to do this all the way around. So I'm just coming to the end of round 7. So I have done my last set of 5 double crochets, and now we're going to go into the first double crochet that we worked and work a slip stitch. So there we have completed rounds 1 through to 7. And now we're ready to move on to the next round. So we are now on to round 8 of our hat. And for the rest of our hat, you simply want to repeat round 7, so the last round that we just did, again and again and again, until you feel that your hat is long enough. So just keep repeating round 7 again and again. So for this one here, so for my baby hat, size 0 to 6 months, I did 2 more repeats, 2 to 3 repeats. And then for this one here, so this is the younger child's hat, I did 3 repeats. And then for the adult, I think I did 5, 4, 5 or 6, one of those. But just keep repeating the round 7 until you feel that your hat is long enough. So to begin each round, you want to chain 1, and the chain 1 never counts as a stitch. So chain 1, do 1 double crochet down into this first stitch here, and then do 5 double crochets into the middle of the set of 5, and then repeat that all the way around. 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, and finish off by doing a slip stitch into the first double crochet that you worked, and then repeat that round again and again and again until you feel that your hat is long enough. And then for these hats here, what I did was on my very last round, so once I decided that I wanted to work just one more round, to get this look where you have the shells at the bottom, I replaced the double crochets, so the individual double crochets, with half double crochets. So I started off by doing a half double crochet into the first stitch, then I did 5 double crochets into the middle of the set of 5, then I did 1 half double crochet into the next individual double crochet, then I did 5 double crochets. So just for the last round, if you want this effect at the end, on the very last round and the last round only, replace the double crochets with half double crochets. But of course you don't have to do that. You do have the shells without doing that. But if you want more pronounced shells, then just do that on the very last round. And then once you have done that and you have the hat to the length that you want it, fasten off, so pull your yarn out and your hook and cut your yarn, and then weave all of your ends into the inside of your hat. So weave them in using a yarn needle and make sure that they are nice and secure. And then if you like, you could attach a button or a ribbon at the bottom. It's up to you. And we have finished. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it easy to follow. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more crochet videos. And I also have a Twitter account, which I will have a link to in the description box below this video. So if you would like to go and follow me on there, you can tweet me photos of your crochet work, which I would love to see. And recently I have made some of my most popular patterns available as written patterns. So I will have a link in the description box below this video to where you can find those written patterns if you are interested. So that is it for this video, and thanks again for watching. Bye!